Hi everyone, my name is Shahjahan VM. I welcome you to my channel 7 English. Today's video I am going to teach you about listening, IELTS listening. And if you are watching me and my channel for the first time, please subscribe. And if you found this video useful, please share and leave your comments. And of course, give it a thumbs up. Now, IELTS listening is, even though it is considered very light module, sometimes majority of the students find it's very difficult, and sometimes they find it is very difficult to get a band score which they like to achieve. There are a number of reasons for this. The first main reason is it is very quick and it requires great focus and attention. Apart from this, the second reason that students find listening very difficult is that once the audio is played, it can't be repeated again, or they are not allowed to listen the same video again. So these are the two reasons why students face problem when they appear IELTS listening exam. Well students, IELTS listening consists of 4 sections and you have 40 questions, and the 4 sections divided into 10 questions, and each section there are 2 group of questions, and you will have a break you will have 30 seconds to read the question before the recordings is being played, and you will have 20 to 30 seconds to check your answers. So it's very important to, suppose if you want to use that 10 minutes to read the question, at the same time you can highlight the keywords, and later you can turn into checking your answer. If you find that 100% your answer is correct, or you are confident, no need to spend that time to check move on to add these 30 seconds to your next 30 seconds to read the question. So you will gain 1 minute, so you can thoroughly understand the question. Now, as far as the listening module is concerned, it is like 30 minutes you will have to listen to the audio and to answer the questions. After that you will be given 10 minutes additionally in order to transfer your answer to OMR sheet. That means optical mark recognizing. It's a sheet, OMR sheet. Okay. So the answer from the OMR sheet will be scanned using a device and send it to a computer, and in the computer a word processor or there is a inbuilt editor to check your answers. So that it will saves large amount of time. The same goes with the reading as well. So you will have on the one side listening answer sheet, on the other side you will have the reading. So it's very important not to misplace. So listening, you write the answer for the listening. It can be an alphabet or it can be a number. So that's how the listening works. So in listening, as far as the scoring is concerned, each question carry 1 mark, and total you will have 40 questions. So the total score will be out of 40. And then this raw score is converted into IELTS band scale. So if you have 23 answers are correct, that means you will get a band score of 6. For example, since IELTS has 2 versions, academic and general. For general students, in that case, if they want to migrate to, they need to score 8 in listening, because the band criteria for listening 8, reading, writing and speaking 7, 8,777. In that case, they need to make sure they are scoring anything above 35 to 40. So that's how the scoring is. On the other hand, for academic student, they only need to make 23 answers correct. From 23, anything between 23 and 40. That means they will score band score between 6 and 9. And the band score, you will be given whole bands and the half bands. So that's what about the scoring. Well, let's get it started. The tip number 1 in listening is to predict your answer. Now, it's a kind of tip that you can apply before the audio starts or before the recording is being played. You will get 30 seconds for this. Within this 30 seconds, you will have the time to read the questions from the first group of questions, question number 1 to 5 or 1 to 6. Within this time, you need to highlight the keywords. Once you highlight the keywords, very important to know that what specific information you need to give the answer. It can be a number, it can be a name of place, or it can be any type of name or address. So this will help you exactly to anticipate what specific information the speaker convey in the audio, so that you will be confident to make your answer 100% correct. So it's very important to predict your answer by highlighting the keywords. Well, the tip number 2 is paraphrasing. What do you mean by paraphrasing? Paraphrasing means changing the words into different sentence by remaining the meaning same. Simply, to put it very simple, you will not find the same word that you read in the question when you listen to the audio. In the audio, this is what they do. They paraphrase the conversation. At the same time, listening, you will find different words. On the other hand, in the audio, you will listen a different, means a synonym. A word is replaced with the other at the same time, they will remain the meaning as it is. So it's a very good technique. When you listen, try to listen the words which are paraphrased. I will give you an example. You will find the word before. You will hear the word before, in fact, in the audio. However, you will not be finding the same word in the question. In the question, you will find the synonym, means different word, that is prior to. Another example would be immediately. Immediately is the word that you hear in the listening tape. However, in the question, you will find the word straight away. So there are a number of examples, like the days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Might be that's the word that you hear or listen in the audio. In the question, you will find the word like 3 consecutive days. So this is what the paraphrasing. You need to be able to find out how they have changed the structure and the sentence or the words, structure of the sentence using different words by remaining the same meaning. Students, moving on to the tip number 3 in your listening is follow the signpost words. You know very well that a good speakers or very excellent communicators always want to make their audience very comfortable with what they are talking about. In order to make their idea very convenient and easy to follow, they use words in order to connect or in order to make a smooth transition from one idea to the another idea. In the case of IELTS listening, it is quite important to know about how the conversation is being progressed. So if you have an idea about how to follow the signpost words, you will be more organized about what in your question paper booklet you are being asked. An example. Let me give you an example here. At the beginning of the conversation, in listening you will have recording 2 and recording 4 is almost like it's of course a monologue in which you will find the conversation made by one speaker. Now, how it helps you to follow the conversation, the signpost words? In the beginning, they will use to begin with. Then, if they want to explain in other words, furthermore, or if they wanted to give an added information apart from this, in addition to this. Same if they want to contrast in order to change their opinion or attitude, or even if they want to change their mind, they use the connective word or the discourse marker or the signpost. On the other hand, in contrast, and whereas, meanwhile. Apart from this, in addition to this, when they make a comparison, similarly, likewise. So these are the discourse markers which helps you to identify a particular information which you need to write as your answer. Perhaps this type of following the signpost words will be very helpful when it comes to multiple choice question in listening, because this kind of question actually tests your ability to understand the information from a detailed conversation to identify the specific attitude of the speaker, or what kind of opinion the speaker expresses, and how he or she changes their mind. And of course, it is, as a matter of fact, it's very important throughout the conversation to follow, especially in the case of section 4 in listening, recording number 4, in which you will find a conversation made by a professor or a lecturer, a pure speech or a lecture based on one academic topic. Academic topic means the conversation will evolves or revolves around one particular subject. Maybe a research paper about a phenomena. Let's say, for example, the carbon emission, the reasons, the causes, and the solution. Of course, the length of the audio may be around 2 minutes to 3 minutes. Once it is started, you will not be able to listen the recording again. So it would be a very good tips to follow the signpost words. So that's the end of the third tips. Well, my second last or the fourth tip is to take notes or taking notes. Sometime you might have heard it before, but of course, when it comes to taking notes, it plays very crucial role to understand exactly what is said by the speaker. You might be thinking that there are two types of questions that mostly students used to share their experience to me, that they find it very difficult to find the answer for diagram labeling, map, plan, and multiple choice question. In the case of these two types of questions, you will find very complex vocabulary and complex sentence structure have been used by the speaker, and it would be quick, and the speed the speaker speaks, or the fluency rate, of course they are native speakers in English, so they speak quite naturally, comparatively faster than the non-native speakers in English. So once you skipped an information, it is very difficult to track the rest of the questions, because you feel panic, sometimes you feel intimidated. So at the end of that section or group of questions, you feel like you are completely lost out of track. In order to find out a solution to this problem, this is my technique for you guys, especially in multiple choice and diagram labeling, to take notes. I'm not saying that you need to follow the notes like a sentence, whatever they say throughout. At that time, maybe you will not be able to organize, or you will not be able to find out the specific information. You can take notes like the important. For example, you can if they while the conversation, if they mention change in their attitude or their opinion, or if they are giving a specific number, name of a place, year in the 1984, for example in 2005 or 1992. So these are specific information, a particular time period, 21st century, 20th century, at 5 p.m. Similar, in addition to this, in the case of diagram labeling. In diagram labeling, you can take the exam, you need to take notes whenever the preposition is emphasized, like towards, behind, in front of. And of course, while you look at the question paper, you can use the tip of your pencil as a reference guide to move, like towards your right, your left, and in front of, okay, behind, past to, at the end. And of course you can follow the direction, like east, west, north, south. So the point is here, you don't want to miss any important details throughout the conversation, specifically multiple choice and diagram labeling. So it's highly advisable for you guys to take notes while you listen. At the same time, in the case of diagram labeling, use your pencil or pen as a reference guide. So that's the end of the fourth tips. Well students, my final tips for you is listen English. Now, what do I mean by listen English? You can listen any sort of medias. For example, television. For example, music. You can listen to music. Of course, when you listen to music, you need to be little wiser, or you need to be wise. How? When you listen to music, always try to listen music without the subtitles. Then try to write it down, what you listen, what you heard, the lyrics. After that, at the end of that music is over, you can listen to Justin Bieber, you can listen to Eminem, you can listen to Rihanna, Kanye West, so and so. It's up to your personal favorite singer. Later on, compare the notes which you have written, the lyric, after listening to the music without looking at the subtitles. Then compare the subtitles. It will help you an idea to how much you are able to recognize the accent, because in listening you will be tested with different native speakers in English. Mainly there are two British accent, British accent and American accent. Apart from this, you will have the regional accent. The speakers, they use regional accent in Britain, European countries, maybe other native speakers in English such as New Zealand and Canada. So listen to music and follow the procedure or the process which I have just stated. Then what is the importance of watching movies? When you watch movies, you will find certain characters and actors having origin from various parts of the world. For example, the superhero movie Thor, the actor Chris Hemsworth, he's from Australia. So you will find the kind of accent used by him. On the other hand, if you listen to Robert Downey Jr., he is having different accent. And in the very beginning, try to listen or watch movie without using the subtitle, so that you will get a chance to evaluate yourself that how much you grasp English. Because in listening, understanding the word, that matters a lot, because when you watch a movie, you can take the visual cues to predict what the speaker will convey. On the other hand, when you simply look at a question booklet, you will not be able to get that. So obviously it is a very useful tip when it comes to listening, so that you will familiarize with the kind of pronunciation that different native speakers possess, and it will help you to understand the audio in the listening or the recording, follow their conversation, and of course after reading and understanding the question, you will get a right answer or correct answer. So that's the end of my 5th tips. So if you found that's were my 4 tips. If you found this video very useful, please give it a thumbs up, and of course leave your comments, and I'll give you the details of the tips and strategies and the link to the IELTS official website in the description box below, so that you will be able to download the details by yourself. And please, if you haven't yet subscribed my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. So see you next time with another lesson, another video. Till then, bye, take care.